point.
Yeah, I think if they went for Faramis, it would be too risky because Alter Ego can then pick up the Valentina, right? Don't want to give that ultimate either to Alter Ego, so they go for the safe choice, the Lilia.
Well, now if Alter Ego goes for the Faramis, we've seen that come through once before. Faramis Mathilda combo. I'm not quite certain on how it ended, but it is an option they can take. But they have to be careful. From the looks of it, the neutral objective game right now is heavily favoring Dewa United. If Alter Ego want to try and get something, they have to ensure that they have enough damage to trade back. The Brody might supply that. The Valentina, though, relatively short range, might be a bit risky here, but it will give them access to the Minion Fury.
All right, with the Brody, we've seen this matchup literally just in the previous game, the Brody and the Roger. Roger able to dodge with the Lycan Pounce and also survive in lane quite well against the bully nature of that Brody. Final pick though for Dewa should be the XP lane. Arlet still up for grabs. Could be utilized here, but maybe they want to go for something more prolonged. Dixon though, not his style. Lapu, Terizla, those X-Borg too. Those are the three picks we're used to seeing from Dixon.
The X-Borg makes sense in a lane that's so bully like the CC lane. I think it's relatively secure as well in case of some ganks do come his way. Clock has been done ticking. It's a Yu Zhong instead. Wow, without a real squishy backline to target, Dale has opted for a Yu Zhong for lane prowess?
For dive, together with the Roger, with the Lilia as well. They just want to go in these team fights. Just like they did against Onyx with the Roger Masha, but just a different variant of that.
Full dive composition coming in from Dewa. Meanwhile, Alter Ego with that losing lane in the gold lane. It's looking to shape up to be a very risky draft and composition. However, counter index favors Alter Ego.
The counter index has been wrong, man. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, even in the RQ Geek Fam, it was 100% wrong.
Well, so we have to see how it actually plays out in the Land of Dawn, because it is time.
It is time. It is time for the three-faced masks to rise up once again. Will Wrecked be their save and grace, their answer to their shaky performance? We'll see as we jump into the Land of Dawn for game number 1 against the Sons of Gods. Dewa.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Getting a little intense there with the Whispers. But look at the battle spell. CC with a Purify. Not something we haven't seen before. Will be a bit more squishy, but with the backup coming in, the ability to just cleanse off any kind of crowd control in the midst of a big fight can be very important. But with Keys having the sprint here, that is, I think, is a good option, especially when there's so much catch-up potential coming in from the side of Alter Ego.
So much catch-up potential. I don't know. When you said that, I just thought about actual ketchup.
Are you hungry?
What?
No,
It's kind of random.
It was kind of random.
Okay,
You know,
well,
yeah.
Anyway.
back to the game. The mid lane clear potential definitely favors Keys over Krite. Looking at the emblems, this mid lane setup has been very popular. Agility and Wilderness Blessing, and then your choice between the Lethal Ignition and the Impure Rage. But Nino going full purple with the Quantum Charge. What though with the Thrill? So it's a bit of a difference here. Flat damage against penetration.
And we can see now as well, Krite. Understanding that in terms of wave clear, sure, there is a little bit more of an advantage for Krite, but Krite, level 4, has a lot of ultimates to work with here. So knowing Krite and how aggressive he can and his adaptations in-game, I do believe that there is a case to be made for Krite and the Valentina.
There's a case to be made? Oh, okay. Well, sure, we'll have to see how that matchup plays out. I think Case will always have the first move when it comes to these rotations. But so far, Alter Ego is matching it really well. In these lore dances though, the Lilia is a very underrated source of poke damage. The fact that you can put your spell out and the explosion can come out later when you're in relative safety means that if they're trying to zone people away, like right now, they can do a lot of damage.
Black Dragon form with the glooms as well. Over to Taz now. Gets out with the guiding wind, but Lanaya is on it. Taz, Death to his welcome late. Minute Fury as well, but Lanaya secures it with Retribution. Taz gonna be taking low K's. Also taken down. A good Petrify and a Furious Dive onto Rekt as he gets sliced and diced by Dixon and Lanaya. 2 for 2 as of right now, and a Brazer's Wrath to get down on Pi, but he's able to walk out of this one.
Dewa United were able to get the turtle, however, so essentially it's a 3 for 2. A small win for Dewa United in the first few minutes of the game and around that neutral objective contest. And at this point, what will Alter Ego do next? Because technically when we're talking about wave clear, the Matilda does help with the wave clear, does it not? And should that not help in rotations as well?
It does help, but against the Lilia, with the spammable nature of the spells, it's still hard to really match up. Even if Novaria or Vexana do show up, they have an advantage when it comes to how easily, how many spells is required to actually clear the wave out. But Lilia can still very much clear the wave in no time at all. So when it comes to that, I feel like that allows Drian to be a lot more freely roaming around the map, knowing that he's not really essential to the wave clear priority in the mid lane.
Yeah, we can actually see that coming through here already. Very quick to the top side. Lanaya, however.
Chomped up, thrown back, but it's Taz who gets caught now, has the guiding wind to get himself out of there. But Dewa, again, pushing the pace very early on.
That's a Hawk's Claws in the inventory of Watt. A lot more sustainability and very deceptive tankiness in the next big fight against Nino. It's a win of nature rush.
Huh.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
On a Brody, yeah.
I guess against the Yutong, against the Roger, he just against Lanaya on the Fredrin as well. He just feels that much of a threat, and he's trying to counter the big dive potential. But as a result, he's not gonna be outputting a lot of damage in these fights.
What's your take on this? Wind of Nature, Brody early.
First item.
Not a fan. Personally, not a fan. But we'll see how it works out for him. See, what makes sense if he actually wants to participate in these team fights. He is rotating, but I don't think he's... We'll see. Dewa holding onto the turtle. Brody already in the mid lane, wants to participate in this team fight. The Black Dragon form gets popped in. K's doing some damage. The Glooms as well. Retreat battle. Taz wins it. Gets the guiding win to safety, but gets engaged on. That's an Appraiser's Wrath. A Furious Dive. Everything. And a kitchen sink thrown at him. Nino just clearing out the mid lane. So, not participating in the fights.
Not yet. 0-1 trade in for Dewa United. With Alter Ego picking it up.
Oh, Yo-Yo Man Pi picks up a kill. A solo kill at that against Dixon.
All right, that's something.
Dixon trying to tango with the Yo-Yo Man. Pi just shuts him down. Class of the Oasis completed for Alter Ego. That's going to improve their survivability in these fights. The same is available for Drian soon enough. I don't believe he has the Class of the Oasis just yet. But Pride has preemptively finished the win of the Necklace of Durance as well. So even the regular healing coming in and the regeneration coming in from Fredrin, from Yutong, everything has been mitigated for now.
But Alter Ego, that means that they're itemizing very defensively, right? NOD for Krite, and then we see the Wind of Nature for Nino as well.
Very reactively, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's not exactly an aggressive kind of adaptation. It's just that they see problems and they are just rushing to complete items to really deal with it without completing their quote-unquote core items that shouldn't be situational.
So that means that Alter Ego require a little bit more time to get the ball rolling. It looks like they're rotating as 4 here. Are they going in for a gank onto Watt?
They are. Retri as well committed down onto Watt, but he is able to just dash out away from this threat. K's in the mid lane, forced to use the black shoes, tied up by Pi with the yo-yos, but he's good. Just uses the black shoes.
Great tool to really kite back around. And the sprint, we haven't really seen it being used so far, but if Pi does chase him down, that's a very valuable battle spell. And he can use it to chase down over long distances as well. Now when the turrets are still up, you don't really see the value of it, but the longer the game goes, I feel like that sprint does have more of a value. And you have to remember, it has a lower cooldown as well by about 20 seconds. That all adds up.
Look at Pi, the poke onto Drian. Uses ultimate already. Lanaya now jumping onto the rect. Give it a shot, some damage, but the Detonus welcome. Will be used by Taz now. Black Dragon form comes in as well. Taz getting the guiding win. No Detonus welcome to contest, but Lanaya is so low. Pi dealing some damage now. Taunted up, knocked up. Good purify from Pi. To disengage again. And Alter Ego take control. Lanaya super low. Gets some healing from Drian on that Minotaur. Walking back up with a taunt and a death. That's Drian with a flicker over to Taz, but a guiding win is there. Still going to be cancelled out. A 3-man, but Taz still gets it despite the appraiser's wrath. A big fight ensues now as it's a flicker forward and a torn apart memory from Nino.
That's insane.
It's a 2-for-0.
Taz was a level below, by the way, and that was Appraisal's Wrath with the retribution coming in from Lanaya. That was a big steal from Taz, and that's Alter Ego now with a 2K gold lead.
Taz once again just showing off his retribution. And if, you know, in those critical moments, he was being knocked out by the Minion Fury as well. How in the heck did he get that?
Just Taz things, man. Yeah, who was caught in the Minion Fury, the reset as well.
That was crazy.
That's just Taz.
Here's a game fact by our new application GoPay though.
Rek finally returns to the MPL ID stage since the last time he played in MPL ID Season 12 when Alter Ego suffered a loss to Geek 2-0 exactly 246 days ago. And now he's back and it's looking quite good for Alter Ego so far. The comeback, the switch in momentum is definitely showing for Alter Ego despite Dewa United being able to control the tempo of the early to mid game. But now, with Alter Ego pushing up in the top lane, it looks like Watt will be unable to defend his own tower.
Lanaya's rotated over as well, trying to defend it, and will be able to do so. Just uses the ult, gets out, man. He just really wants to tie Drian and Watt together there. A little bit of a nuisance here, Pi.
For Dewa though, they don't really have a good catch. They've been trying to really punish Alter Ego, maybe noticing that the items are a bit too reactive without their base, their core items, but they're unable to really force Alter Ego to stay in the fight when they can just go in and out with Rekt, just like this. They go in, pick it up. If Watt or Drian jumps in there, it's a guiding win to easily slide out of danger. And with the clock ticking, Krite has finished his Lightning Truncheon. So all these base items that has been delayed so far are being completed. Even Nino has a Sea Halberd at this point.
This is where it gets tricky now for Dewa. I guess their catch will be with Dixon. He does have the Petrify. There is some CC coming in from Lanaya. But there is so much more tools that Alter Ego can work with when they go in for a 5v5 team fight.
Oh, good taunt onto Pi, trying to go for this initiation before anything. Knows that he is on the Purify, not the Vengeance, so he's susceptible to these kinds of engages. Nino, though. Sea Halberd and the Melting Roar, a different build. K's trying to punish that. Ooh, not able to. He's the one who gets punished. He's the one who gets forced to use a Black Shoe.
There's still a lot of damage coming in from Nino. The Sea Halberd does maximum HP damage as well, by the way. So against the Minotaur, the Yuzong, and the Fredrin, especially the Fredrin and Minotaur, who likes building a lot of max HP, it's a pretty valuable pickup. And of course, the raw stats from it is very nice to have in these situations.
The situations, this dance around the neutral objective. Taz level 13, Lanaya 12. He's a level below up until this point. Dewa can easily go for a 50-50 with Lanaya and the Appraisal's Wrath. Both teams still feeling each other out here.
Watt forced back the poke from Alter Ego. And the way that they rotate around these objectives have been phenomenal.
These are one of the underrated things about the Lilia. The map vision, right? Her glooms can open up, and so Alter Ego cannot really utilize that bush to the way they want, to their liking. So they have to find a different angle if they want to go for a backdoor. Lord's half health though.
The slow push is built up top, so Dewa, they need to make a decision.
Well, it looks like it's going to be reset once again. But for Dewa, if they want to go and trade some damage, get some poke in, oh, There's healing, but look at that Dixon.
Tied up already with Dixon now. Oh, just deleted. Midas Fury catching 3 though. Taz very low. Watt with some damage now with the Lycan form. Out to Taz. But Taz still stays focused on the Lord. Gets it. Watt is not dealing enough damage and he gets obliterated by Nino. A triple kill for the man who had a win chant early.
That's nearly a wiped out Arashi. 4 for 0. They get the turtle, they get the Lord to boot, and now they're pushing in with all the advantages that they were able to secure earlier on. His damage coming through. I mean, Pi was doing work as well in the back line. And look how much damage Krite is already doing onto Keys. And it was so easy for him to dive in and dive out, weave in and weave out, with the help of Rekt on the Matilda.
That's a massive moment for Alter Ego right there.
10k gold lead!
It's the Lord, but it's also all of these structures, one base turret, and full control over the map. That one sequence has put Dewa in full defense mode in their base. And if you look at their composition, they're not designed for this. Alter Ego, they might just force a fight, brute force it.
Kaze gets brought back all the way, forced to use Black Shoes every single fight before the fight even ensues. They're able to bait away the Black Shoes and take it out of Dewa's resource pool.
They're still pushing. The Lord in the bottom side going to be able to take that inhibitor turret as well. The Lord pushing in. Taz looking for an opening.
13 minutes, forcing a desperate. Oh my god, Dixon almost just got shot down from the air. A big chop from Taz, now throwing Lanaya back to the team as Nino deals damage in the back. And the Bracer's back, putting in a little bit of HP as Dixon jabs in with the Furious Dive and the Petrify. But Nino, again, is so sustainable. Pi, once again, dashing in. Rekt trying to give the opportunity for the rest of the team to go for the base. But a minute away, it has been cleared out. While with Lycan form, gets shot down again. Nino is on a roll, and the Yo-Yo Man is too. Sir Pi diving in the base, locking Dixon down and forcing him to stay in the base, to stay in the fountain. Alter Ego